Okay, hey everyone, thanks for coming. This is the Engaging Sponsors Workshop, so I hope you're all in the right place. So first off, we'll start off with introduction. So my name is Erica Coker. I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the Buchanan Bird Brains.
I'm Caroline Kepler, and I am the Chief Operations Officer for the Buchanan Bird Brains.
And what that means is, as CEO, I kind of am like the overall team leader and kind of oversee all of the team's internal processes, and then like I oversee all of our leadership meetings and communicate with our mentors specifically and things like that.
And I oversee all our finances, all our sponsor relations, and some FIRST-related events.
Yeah. So before we get started, does anyone have any specific questions about engaging sponsors? No? All right.
Okay, so with engaging sponsors, it's really important because you want to show the sponsors that they're valued, and it helps to build relationships with the companies they work for. And which makes your sponsors more likely to donate again, which is, I guess, the goal. It helps build connections also for beyond the team for possible job opportunities at the company.
And just other places, because most of the time sponsors have connections in far and wide places, and honestly you can build connections with other sponsors through some of your sponsors, and you would have never known. So a few ways we engage our sponsors is hosting events to thank our sponsors, like our big open house event, which is where we do our first robot reveal ever, even before we post our reveal video. And then we also do weekly updates of the team's progress during build season. We also have a list of sponsor incentives, which I'll show you in the next slide. And then we also have, like, some examples of those, our logos on our robot, our team shirts, and other things like that. And then we also do sponsor shoutouts on our Instagram and in our recap videos that we do on our YouTube. And these are just some examples of that. So yeah.
And so these are some of our sponsor incentives. We normally just go by how much is donated. So we have everything from shop tours and their logo on both the website or shirt and our robot. Then there's open house, team photos, and also even a robot demo.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead, yeah. Yeah, feel free to take photos at any point. Like, this is the point of this workshop, that all this information is accessible to you guys. Okay, we're all good? Okay, perfect. Okay, so what is our open house? We're actually kind of thinking about changing the name because it's more of like a planned event where we showcase our progress over the entire build season, and we do our robot reveal, as I said before, and then we also reveal our chairman's presentation, so our sponsors and our team parents are the first people to ever see it. And then we also thank and acknowledge our sponsors with sponsor plaques, and we engrave their names in them, and then it's just like a cute little thank you from the team. And then we also do a silent auction to raise money, and we get donations from local businesses, and then we create certain baskets that are themed, and honestly we just build our baskets based off of whatever we can get from the community, and then it's a great way to raise even more money from your sponsors, so I think that's really cool.
And so for planning open house, we normally start with the basis of what do we need, what are our goals, where we plan to host the event, and how we will advertise it. So the most important part I could say for this is to create timelines and deadlines. Just know when you need to get things done by, and just it's really nice just to have a list of everything that needs to get done. It's also helpful to assign and designate tasks to people, just so you know who's in charge of every aspect of the event.
Yeah, and even if you're not sure if a person's can do that specific task, honestly just throw it at them, and they can honestly try and struggle along the way, but in the end they'll most likely be successful with it. So, and then a few ways to easily maintain contact with sponsors are creating an ongoing list of both your past and present sponsors. So for our team, we created a sponsor database that has all of our sponsors from I think the beginning of our team in 2005 up until now, so we can keep reaching out at the beginning of each year to see if we can retain our sponsors. And then we also reach out monthly during the off season to invite them to some of our like FLL events, and then or just to visit our shop. And then with our sponsors, like I said, we maintain contact annually. So we try to identify at least one person within their company, as well as their role in their company, and continuously reach out to them at the beginning of each year. And then we also learn their specific job responsibilities so that we're able to contact the new person in that role in case they depart from the company. So during build season, we maintain contact through MailChimp, which I'll actually show you an example. It's basically just like a letter to sponsors updating on progress again, and it basically just tells sponsors what you're doing with their money. So I hope this loads. Oh, okay, perfect. So this was like an example of one of our robotics reviews, and I think, yeah, this was our third one. And we also include our week recap videos that we do during the build season called a bird's eye view. So we had we recently did a news interview, so we included that, and we just have a couple team members work together on writing the specific sections so we can get it done before the week's end. And we send these out every Sunday so that we have like a full week to plan, write, and like just include events that have happened during the previous week. And then, yeah, you can do something similar like this. And MailChimp's honestly pretty easy to navigate. I think you can just create a team account. That's what we did, and then anyone can post on it and like make their own templates. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay, so then we're going to have you guys develop your own sponsor packet. So for our sponsor packet, we include things like who our team is and our mission statement, what our team's goals are, and a general cost to run the team every year to give an idea of like what each part costs. Like the robot costs this much, the traveling is this much overall. And it's nice to include a mentorship portion, so if anyone wants to mentor your team, and what your team needs mentor-wise, because some roles are needed more than others in certain teams. And it's nice to put your sponsor benefit list there, which is the one we showed earlier, is actually on our sponsor packet.
Yeah, so do any of you guys like have a document or anything that you use to like engage your sponsors or anything like that? You guys? Do you want? Oh, okay. Okay, so I mean, I was kind of expecting for some people to have laptops, but we can just like deep dive into our sponsor packet if that's all right with you, and then like we can talk about like some of ideas for like your specific teams as we go along. Okay, so this is our updated sponsor packet for the year, and basically it's really simple, and we just include a simple piece of branding at the top and the bottom of each part of it to basically just like brand it as it's from our team. So our first section, it details who we are as a team and basically like I guess what we do here on the team. And then we have our mission statement, which has been I guess was created like towards the beginning of like our team's inception. And then we have team organization, which basically just is how we operate our specific team and our leadership structure and things like that. And then we have our team impact. So what we define as our team impact, like based on, I guess, the previous year, because we update it annually at the beginning of each season. And then we have our general costs, which is basically our expenditures at at the beginning of each season. We go back into the past season and basically detail what we spent and how much we're going to need for the upcoming season, like how they've upped registration fees and things like for the first off-season tournament. We included that change in our sponsor packet. And then we also changed our mentor needs to basically describe what we need as a team now, because not everyone can support the team financially, so we think it's good to include that part so that anyone can support the team in any way they see fit. And then lastly, well, second to last, we have our sponsor benefits, which I showed you guys before. And then we also have a little section on how, like what events specifically their money can help support. So, like, we just took some of the things we do on our team and basically, I guess, assigned a sponsor level to it to basically detail what their money can go towards, along with like the continuously reaching out and updating what we're doing, just so that they know exactly what their money is being used for. And then last on our sponsor packet is our donation form, which basically is their contacts and then our tax ID number so that they can get their tax write-off. And yeah, that's practically it. So do you guys have any questions about like creating your own sponsor packets, like where to start, anything like that? Oh yeah, I can email to you right now. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Oh, great question. So we have a PDF that we email to our sponsors. I'll actually pull up our sponsor database. Yeah. Yeah, basically. So our list is like kind of, it's a mess, but
But it gets the job done.
it does get the job done. So basically we just have like the company name, the contacted, and we also have their email over here. So we just do a massive email thing at the beginning of every year, like a mail merge sort of thing. And then we also mail it out, so we have some of their company addresses, and then we mail them out. We're actually in the process of doing that right now, so we can get some more funds flowing in, but yeah, those are the two main ways. And then also at our outreach events, we always have a couple handy so that we're able to distribute them as necessary. And then also at like some of the events we host, like our FLL scrimmage, we have some packets there just in case.